welcome back. Yes, and you are still watching Unleashing Your Potential. And today we are talking about love again, defining ships. And before the break, Coach Thabo was talking to us about him as a love letter doctor. Yeah? Please elaborate more about you being that doctor of love letters.
Look, I don't know if I qualified as a love doctor then, you know, but it is something that was the only way for me to express my understanding of what love is. I would have notebooks and write, just pour my mind out of that. You know, Ukile Wabona, when you are writing love to someone that you don't know, you've never met.
Hey.
You know, that is the type of things that I was just doing and writing those. And my notebooks were just disappearing and disappearing, not knowing where they go in school and everywhere that I was. So it got to a point whereby as you grow and you learn this love thing, you try relationships and you get bitten, and then you're like, oh, now the reality starts to kick in. But that did not stop me still from becoming this, you know, someone who expresses their love through writing. And it was when I got born again, when I realized that in actual fact, the love ministry, that is where God wanted me. And from that point on, that's when I say, thank you, Lord, because now I understand what I've been through, you know, where it started. I thought this was just for me. This was about me understanding what love is and writing everything. And from then, I purposed in my heart that I'm not going to keep this to myself.
Sure.
It has to go out there. And God just opened the doors where we had to start ministering. Hence, my wife and I, we are still in the love thing today.
You've been talking love since. Hey? You were the type of a guy in high school, then you were writing letters then, I guess. Because back in the days, we used to, you know, receiving letters. I don't want to reveal my age as well, but yeah, you know, back in the day.
Writing to someone I don't even know, someone I don't even have.
Okay, you just have sweet words. It's a gift.
Pouring my heart on a book.
It's a gift, lovely. So let's talk about this defining ships. What do we mean defining ships, Mr. Maji?
We live in a world where we think we can just create everything out of things that we never created. There's love. We were born out of love. We were born in love. But nowadays we think we can define love on the basis of our own desires and intentions. Now we find people who are in these different ships nowadays, but they don't even understand whether this is a ship that is going or coming back, whether it's sinking or it's just stagnant. So they don't know, they don't understand. Am I really in a relationship, or this is just a ship that is going somewhere slowly or going nowhere slowly? So we want to try and engage and try and make people understand what kind of a ship are you in? Because not every connection that you have with someone is in actual fact a relationship. We do have situationships, we do have conditional ships, we do have financial ships. You know, there are people who wants to go somewhere in life and they will use any ship that they can get onto to get where they want to be. And when they find you as that ship, when it gets to a point where your time is done in their life, they will leave you. Have you ever had people saying, no, it's not you, it's me? It's simply because you have taken them to a point where you cannot go beyond. Now they want to jump into another ship that will take them to where they want to be. Now, that is where you find people. When you ask somebody, are you really sure you are in a relationship? They'll be like, what do you mean? You know, am I in a relationship? How do you know that you are in a relationship? Because these ships are not defined. And unfortunately, they are the reason a whole lot of souls are broken today. Because you are in love with someone who's in love with what you are or what they want out of you.
But not you.
And you thinking, I mean, this person is in love with me. But no, they are not. They want the trophy wife or the trophy woman that you are. They want the cars that you're driving. They want your financial position because they can gain something out of that. Now, how do you define that? Because the moment that disappears, then they disappear with it. And you thinking, ba rata tšhelete, ke di gold digger,
Yeah.
ke this and that.
Yes.
Whereas in actual fact, you never defined. There are people who have been in relationships as they say it, and you can ask them, but this girl or this guy ever told you, I love you? No, but men, don't express themselves that way. Did he ever tell you he loves you? And you realize that no, he has never done that. But he has been showing it. And I'm saying when a man is in love, the ambassador of love, the man who has love within himself,
Yeah.
he is not going to have any difficulties telling you that bona, ke a o rata.
Yeah, you will see.
But you are hooked to the emotional attraction as well. And you end up thinking, I'm emotionally connected to this guy. Bona, this is the one.
Yeah.
Hunty, you don't know what he wants. And it also goes for ladies. She can submit herself to whatever that you do, however that you are, whereas she's only submitting to the benefits, what she's getting out of there. And the moment you lose them, she is gone. So it's important that you define the type of ship that you are on. Are you sailing? What ship is it?
Yeah, well, what ship is it? How do I know that I'm in a relationship? How do I know that I'm in a situationship? How do I know that I'm in a financial ship? Because of you can ask somebody that are you in a relationship, you then ponder and I think, am I really in a relationship? What defines that relationship? Yeah.
For me, this is a very interesting question because I in my view, people always know what kind of ship are they in. Sometimes they just don't want to be honest that you know what, this is the reality that I'm faced with, because maybe it's embarrassing, maybe it's not what I wanted for myself. Okay. But as people sometimes don't want to take responsibility or deal with what they are faced with, they'd rather create something that they can hide behind so that they can feel comfortable. You get what I mean? So it's very important that as people, we understand the reasons why we find ourselves in relationships, all of them. Because the reason is the core of this thing called relationship. When I know my reason for being in my marriage, and I understand it very well, no matter what comes, I'll be able to stand because my reason is valid to me and it makes sense. But now the problem is that you find people who are in a relationship but for different reasons.
Yeah.
And relationships thrive when there's a common goal, when there's a common vision. I always say that there's something that is called a star that as people we should observe. How a person speaks, how they think, you can pick it up as you relate with them, how they act and how they respond. People expose themselves daily to ourselves. If you are in a relationship, your partner has been exposing themselves daily to you, that I'm this person. But denial, tourism.
Denial.
Sometimes because I'm not getting what I want.
Yeah. You keep,
I keep pushing, I keep covering. Women buy themselves even flowers so that they can shine and say, no, I've actually got the kind that I'm looking for. Whereas they've got a stranger in this relationship, and day by day they keep wondering, who is this person that I'm with? But the person is being exposed daily, but we don't want to acknowledge the truth and the reality that we are faced with.
Sure. We will talk more after the break. I mean, she just shared a powerful thing about a star, right? About a star that on a daily basis we need to look out. She will tell us more about the star tool that we can adapt in our daily life. So in order to understand the type of a person that they are in our spaces, right? And we will talk more after the break.